Before we start, I just want to tell people, if you enjoy me, you can see me at the Brea Improv. Me and Arsenio Hall are going to be doing a bunch of shows August 24th and 25th at 7 and 9 p.m. So check that out. I think we just announced it, so tickets are almost gone. And then I will be alone, well, not alone, but I'll be hopefully with an audience August 31st in Vegas at the Westgate. So you can come and see me there. I should say, I won't be singing. So that makes more people show up. I will be doing stand-up comedy, my favorite thing in the world to do.
Am I invited?
Buy a ticket. And then... And also, I want to mention, I always mention the other podcast that I do with Harland Williams called When a Stranger Calls, is doing great, and people are subscribing. And
When a Stranger Calls.
That's the theme song. And so watch that. And also, I want more people to subscribe. And we've been having a lot of fun with the people who have become members with the Smelly Finger Club, right? Is that what they're called, Jer?
Yeah,
the Smelly Finger
Club.
So we've been talking to them and doing lives with just them, and they make suggestions of things that you'll see on this. But if you want to be a special person, then you can go to the...
everyone's special.
Yeah, and buy the merch.
Extra special.
And also buy the merch. I think I've covered all the business, right? Today we have an amazing show with amazing guests, and we're about to get started. So Sonny and the Black Pack, hit it.
Get your groove on right now. Watching Howie Mandel. Katie and Kurt riding in on their Harley. Is that Gemma or is that Peggy Bundy? Here with Otto, a man of class. Hope he doesn't go Vic Mackey on my ass. We're here for fun, yeah, no drama. Past, a present, and a Futurama. Nowadays they're together making pie so delicious. Pass me a slice. Get your groove on right now. Watching Howie Mandel Does Stuff.
Going to be doing some great stuff today. This is Howie Mandel Does Stuff. I'm Howie Mandel.
I'm Jacqueline Schultz, his daughter.
And we have Kurt Sutter and his lovely wife, Katey Sagal, here today. Woo! A lot of talent in this room, and the musical stylings of Sonny and the Black Pack. They always do it right. They do the research. They include everything that...
Yeah.
No, it's a hit from a long time ago.
They do more research than we do.
Yes.
I feel so special right now.
You are special.
Oh, man.
You are. I would imagine, Sonny, do you put like that song up on Spotify?
We plan to, yeah. The plan is to record all the songs that we do and then put them all on Spotify.
Wow.
They're really good. And coming from Katey, that means a lot because she's an amazing musician herself.
Thank you, Howie.
Do you play anything?
Great.
I know you're a singer. Do you play an instrument?
Yeah, I play guitar, I play piano, but I'm self-taught, so I'm like not great. I just used to...
A lot of self-taught people are great.
Yeah, I'm not. I used it as a tool to write music, so I never... I don't know a lot. I play a lot of black keys on the piano.
Is she lying?
The easy ones.
No, she was funny. We're shooting up in Calgary, and she went out and bought herself a little portable Martin, and she was playing that for like hours and hours and hours. And she came back downstairs. She goes, "I play a shitty guitar." That's all she said.
Well, it was actually, I was talking about the actual instrument. I mean, even though I play pretty shitty, but the instrument didn't sound like I like a Gibson.
Yeah, but just so you know, just before we start, we are sponsored by Martin Guitars.
Oh, you are?
Yes. Let me we were sponsored by Martin Guitars
Until you came
until you came in and told your shitty guitar story.
It was a cheap one. It was like I'm sure it was fine. Whoa.
They like to say affordable.
That's right, affordable.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's it. Okay.
Is that new?
What?
Is that new, that sound effect
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Sonny bought it for me today.
Honey.
It's a good one.
King of the gifts.
I just thought, when is that going to come in handy? And within 30 seconds.
Constantly. That would come in handy.
We have sound effects, don't we?
I don't know. But we have amazing guests. And both of you are like a potpourri of amazingly diverse talents. From writing, creating, singing, music. And we've crossed paths, but never really crossed paths. I work with a lot of people that you love and work with. You know, I work with Egley a lot. Chuck Egley worked on St. Elsewhere.
Yep.
And he worked on The Shield with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We love Chick. Yeah.
Chick. He's not with Channing Gibson, right? It's Chick and Chan. What used to be with.
I don't think so. No. I don't know what Chick is doing now. I spoke to him. We had a mutual friend of ours that was going through some stuff about a year and a half ago, and that was the last time I spoke with him. But that's right. I forgot about St. Elsewhere, man.
Yeah, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You've never,
I know,
you've
I
never
know
hired
that.
me. You've never hired me.
Well,
I watch
things
your
could
show.
change.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know.
We'll see how today goes, Dad.
So this is kind of an audition.
Yeah.
I love all your stuff.
Thank
you.
you.
You haven't made a bad show or whatever, but I guess you got to marry you to get in the show. Is that what you got to do? You have to be like a family member to get into your shows?
It helps. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
sure. Yeah, but to look at you and your family. Your family is surrounding you. I
Well,
love
thank
that.
God I had. She made me audition for this podcast, and I got the part.
It was your idea?
It was down to three.
It's because he doesn't want to pay people, so he hires his family.
Hello.
Hello.
Just looking around, I can see how smart that has worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you guys like working together? Does that add a tension that marriage is hard enough? Yeah. I've been married double the time of you, and you guys have been married for it's 20 years.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
This month, 20. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is the celebration.
This is it.
Yeah.
This could be. Actually, we were just talking about that because we're both working on our anniversary. We always forget when our anniversary is. Yeah.
Oh,
We do. We don't.
you're not romantic.
Well, we are, but not just on special occasions.
Yeah.
We just
We
sort of-
always get the day wrong.
Yeah.
What's your anniversary? One,
October
two.
2nd?
October 2nd, 2004.
Yeah.
And we always
wow.
get it October 4th, 2002.
We get them mixed
We
up.
get it mixed up.
But you can celebrate 2 days.
We could. Actually, that's like a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Well, no, it would be a whole 2 years.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
And when you say celebrate, is it a big celebration? Do you do something?
We haven't.
No.
I wanted to do one this year, but then now we're working, so maybe 21 we'll do something. I'd like to have a dance party because when
Really?
we got married, we had a disco ball and a whole dance. I like to
Really?
dance. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a big disco. It was a disco theme. 2004 was not the heart of disco.
No.
Yeah, but I am the heart of disco.
Yeah.
I love disco music. I like to dance. So we had a great cover band and there was lots of
Really?
Yeah,
dancing.
we got shut down.
Yeah, we got shut down.
We had a house in Los Feliz, and we had a house wedding, and told all our neighbors, but we still got shut down by the police.
Why? But they were loud.
We were too loud.
music?
Yeah.
We were dancing too loudly.
Dancing. I love.
Because they invited Stomp to perform.
And they live in a condo.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not. We didn't. We didn't
What
get
did you guys do? How long have you been married?
44.
Holy shit.
That was our vows.
Wow. Holy
You just
shit.
said that was my vow.
Wow.
Holy shit. I asked my wife if she wanted to redo our vows, and hers was enough already. It's like too much. But I'm into, we don't plan anything. We don't celebrate. I'm fascinated by celebrations. That people, when you were getting married, you said, this is, because you don't strike me as a disco person, Kurt.
I am not.
I forced him.
No. But you know.
He participated.
You're like the guy who works the door at the disco, right? And didn't let me in.
Yeah, I'm the guy that, can hook you up with the dude selling blow in the bathroom. That was my job.
That's drugs.
But that was years
Thanks,
ago.
Dad.
Years
The
and
kids,
years
you're
ago.
welcome.
Years ago.
Yes. Yes.
That's
no,
what
this
I was doing during the disco era.
It was my third marriage.
Really?
And yeah. And so my first marriage, I had sort of a big to-do. I was in my early 20s. My dad threw me a wedding, and I sort of remember it. And then the second one, I got married in a private little thing.
Wait, you
And-
sort of remember your first marriage?
Yeah.
You
I
don't?
Sort of, well, it was a long time ago.
Because he sold blow.
At the
And
door.
I was buying it.
Yeah, she was.
So we both have a history of that. That is sort of, both of our 20s were addiction oriented. So yeah, I didn't remember a lot of my 20s.
Like one of our followers, Kamuto. He had a wedding, and he doesn't remember any part of it, and we always show the video of his wedding.
to remind him.
To remind
Kamuto's wedding with the girl he married is such a doll.
Is that it up there?
It's coming up. Here it is.
私のセクシャルマイノリティの部類はフィクトセクシャルっていうものに分類されるみたいですね。
It's what?
Again, Dad, don't yuck someone's yum.
Isn't that beautiful? Is it making you cry?
Did they say he's fictosexual?
It did. It said something. I couldn't read the word.
Fictosexual.
He
I'm
looks
looking
like
that up.
he's 12.
What?
He looks like he's 12.
So your problem with this whole thing is his age.
Yeah.
No. I'm the bride. I'm looking at the bride. Look at the bride, honey.
Do you not?
That's a doll.
He doesn't say
Oh, that's who he's marrying?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I thought it was a microphone.
And you think he's no.
now it makes sense.
Look, see better here.
And you
So
Oh, I see.
no.
I looked up fictosexuality.
What does
is
it
it?
mean?
So fictosexuality is a sexual attraction towards fictional characters. Romantic attraction towards fictional characters is called fictoromantic.
Oh my God, that's a real thing?
He married a
Yeah.
Bundy.
What is that? The
You're
same?
fictosexual.
You are a
I do make her wear the wig.
No.
All right, we could turn it off. We could turn it off.
So he doesn't remember his wedding?
No.
Wow.
Not at all. I don't know why. But you know what's weird? She does.
Boom.
See? We working together. But you are, so 20 years married.
Is that
Yes.
the plus?
What?
Is that the plus? Like the LGBTQIA plus? Is that part of the plus?
I don't know.
Fictosexuality?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But, we couldn't get into it.
Okay.
You want to, somebody can
No, it's
Google
okay.
it.
It's
We
okay.
can Google it. Do you guys, so your weddings, and you're not religious. Are you,
No.
are you Jewish?
I'm half Jewish, yes,
Okay.
but I consider myself,
So you were circumcised.
No, not quite there, but I ate a lot of Jewish food.
Wow, I thought you were going to say something else for a second.
No, but I did eat a lot of Jewish food. Probably
That's why I
too.
married her.
Yeah, I could hear Sonny laughing at why. That was good.
Wow.
Yes.
So you weren't religious?
Not religious, no. No, in fact, more socialist than religious. My father was very anti, so. But we both have a pretty strong spiritual center, is what I would say.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up religious?
I grew up Catholic. I grew 12 years of Catholic school, and then, like most, I heard a comedian say that the largest undocumented subsect of people were former people who say I used to be Catholic.
Really?
Yeah.
So you lost your belief?
Yeah, I very by the time I was 19, I saw of the hypocrisy of it all.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a listener or a viewer called Sandra who can explain religion. Why are you laughing?
You have so many videos like stuff.
No, but Sandra explains God in one fell swoop.
Well, let's
good.
hear.
Well, let's
I
hear
want to
some.
hear.
Listen to this. Okay, Sandra, tell him.
Let me tell you a little bit about God.
Okay.
God is without form. You can't see him. He's like the sun. But he loves you, and he created you. Bye.
Bye. So she
He's
says
like the sun.
you can't see him.
He's like
He's like the sun.
I ascribe to that. I agree with Sandra.
What?
But wait a minute.
you can see the
You can see the sun.
Play that again.
Yeah,
Play
yeah,
that
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
Play that one more time. Play that one more time.
Let me tell you a little bit about God.
Okay.
Okay.
God is without form.
No form.
Form.
You
no
can't
form.
see him. He's like the sun.
You can't see him. He's like the sun.
Yeah.
But he loves you, and he created you. Bye.
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 So let me explain Sandra. Sandra is only conscious in the evening.
Because she can't see the
only up
sun.
and up. She's
Maybe
only-
she lives in what's the place that's dark all the time?
Alaska.
Alaska.
Geography is not.
Yeah.
I don't
She's a
think
teacher.
geography.
She was a teacher.
What did she teach?
Geography.
Kindergarten. No, kindergarten. I never.
Okay, you don't need to know that.
don't need
you
to
don't
know
need
that.
to know. They don't know. You don't need to know.
You know where else it's dark all the time? Sandra's house.
Wait, can I go back a little bit because I have another little piece of information about the last video.
Okay.
Okay, so fictosexuality is part of the asexual community, and it is recognized.
And
Just
do you
wanna let
feel
know.
anybody feels better that you shared that?
I
does.
gained some information that I wanted to tell other people.
It was a beautiful wedding, though, wasn't it?
It was.
It was a beautiful
That was
wedding.
beautiful.
I liked
It was-
the garb that the
I-
bride was wearing.
You like the bride's garb?
I did.
I didn't notice it. Can you play that one more time? I
blue
didn't-
and white and
And he was
beautiful.
focused on the guy's age. You can
I
look at it
know.
right here.
Look at this beautiful.
I thought it
blue
was
thing.
a bouquet. I didn't even realize
That's
he was
his wife.
holding the bride.
We cut it off right before he consummates.
That's good.
Wait! You have to tell me something. Is this like for real or was this staged?
No, it's for
No.
real.
It's for real.
This is absolutely for real.
Wow, people just amaze me.
Well, be nice. These are our viewers.
No, I love them all. But I,
love
mean the things that,
She is
it's sort of
pretty.
like, those people that have the fake babies, or they call them real babies.
Yeah.
But they're not real babies. Do you know about that?
No, tell me.
That's not part of your algorithm, obviously.
The
I see it
baby
all
dolls,
The time.
there are people that have, maybe they were unable to have their own children, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not trying to offend anybody because it's pretty awesome. And
Wouldn't
they'll
it
have
be
these-
weird if you got canceled by the fake baby population?
I watch what I say at
Do you?
every turn now.
Do you?
You have to.
Yeah.
They're called reborn babies.
There you go. See, she knows. And
I think
they're
she's Googling.
very realistic.
Show us a fake baby.
Reborn babies.
Find a fake
Reborn
baby.
baby.
And they-
Reborn?
Yeah, and they sell for thousands of dollars.
Yes.
They're selling these babies?
I have gone to those Comic-Con situations and signed people that are signed an autograph for people that are holding their
What is that? That's not real?
No.
No.
Reborn baby dolls with blue eyes. And they have you sign these babies?
No, they'll just bring them to meet me and then I'll sign their autograph, not on the baby, even though I have signed some strange
Wait, they're bringing
things.
a fake baby to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're their children.
But when like if you should show up at that Comic-Con event the following year,
Right.
and see the same person, do you have a sense like that baby is looking at you like, where do I know her from?
No, that hasn't happened. Or the baby's not older. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, they don't grow.
They don't grow. But this is the whole situation. Yeah. I mean, this is a real thing. Yeah. I don't want to offend anybody. I think this is awesome.
Who do you think you can offend with that?
I don't
you
know.
can. You can
Somebody
offend
Look at them all.
You can
Look at
offend
them all.
anybody.
I think it's because there is a psychological component to it. I
Right.
think if
Yeah.
in terms of loss, but at a certain point, put it in the closet.
Also, if somebody loses their child,
I think that's-
then they
That's
buy a
part of
new
it.
one.
It's part
Or,
of it.
yeah, it's
or
part of
we're
the-
unable
the-
to have one.
The grieving process, perhaps.
And in lieu of adoption,
Right.
you have a fake baby.
You go to Amazon.
well,
Am I in trouble now? Because I don't
you
know
might
what
be.
I'm being politically correct.
I have no idea.
You brought
either.
it up.
I
You
did-
brought it
I-
up.
okay.
You brought it up.
I'll
I didn't
take
know
the hit.
anything about it.
I will take the hit, but I'm trying not to be
Offensive.
at all because
Isn't it
I've
funny?
seen them,
Think-
love them.
What?
Do you think people that have these reborn babies are considered childless cat ladies?
Oh no. Okay. Now we can't go
We're not,
there.
we're not going
I
there.
won't.
We're not
We can't
going
go
there. We're
there.
not
We
going
just
there.
can't.
I don't
Okay.
talk.
You don't
I
do
talk-
politics. It's okay. I
Oh
will.
no, I'll do politics. I just don't like talking about cats.
Oh,
I don't.
you have an aversion to
You're not a
cats.
cat guy. You're like a dog guy.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like animals. I like. I'm always getting into.
I mean, he's not going to marry one.
I don't want to
but-
offend people who don't like animals. Well, I would. I love animals.
Yeah,
I would.
right,
I would.
But not into bestiality.
No, but
No.
I've seen a goat with giant nuts.
Really?
Have you seen that?
No.
I feel like
Why
that's
is
You're
it-
about to see
I
it.
have, I have a feeling we're going to.
I feel like
We
that's in the
can.
archives. Is it in the art? No,
There it is.
you
Oh my
got
God!
it.
Holy shit!
No, that's just nuts. That's a nut sack.
Wow!
Isn't that
Oh my
amazing?
God! Well, see, we
That's
have
the actual nut sack right now,
That's-
right there.
Wow, that's
That's
This is
an
really
actual-
a visual podcast.
That is
Yeah.
That is something I've never seen.
We're not as big on Spotify or
audio.
Apple as we are on YouTube.
What did you Google to find that?
Ooh. Childless
Goat nuts.
reborns.
wow.
Wow.
No, I don't know why that came up, but that just you brought it up. I didn't bring it up. I'm
All
trying.
right,
I'm
all
trying
right.
to detract.
We both are.
You guys are doing so many amazing things. You have a new show on Netflix.
I will. Yes. Yes.
What is it?
It's called The Abandons.
And it is.
It is a period drama. Takes place in the 1850s about two matriarchs sort of vying for territory. You know?
And I'm not in it, right?
You are not in it
Okay.
because you are not related to me.
Even though he could be a mayor
He could be mayor.
I could be a
absolutely.
mayor.
because
Don't say
I'm
it.
not saying
Don't give away. No spoilers.
Yeah.
If you were to create a part for him, like what
The
is
mayor.
A
what-
mayor.
That's it.
I'm the mayor.
Yeah.
People
Mayor.
always, and it's funny that you should say that. And I was just outside about an hour ago, and somebody walked by, and they go, Miss Bass, and
no.
No, it
I
happens
would be
all the
screaming
time.
at Miss Bass.
okay,
I'd be saying, do some of this.
no
stuff you said."
politics.
Okay, fine, never mind.
No politics.
Okay.
You're going to get more trouble with the politics than you are with the people who get fake babies.
I cannot say anything.
Okay, so you're doing that. You're also doing a podcast together.
We are.
Called Pie. Explain that to me.
Okay. PI stands for, well, you're going to do it. It's PI. It's people, influences, and experiences.
Okay.
We do no research. We are very
like us.
We don't know a lot of people because we're both kind of isolators.
I don't like to
he
leave the
particularly
house.
never likes to leave the house.
Yeah.
So we
We
decided.
love you.
Well,
It's like we're looking in the mirror.
so we thought, let's have a podcast where we meet people that we would like to know. And that, not that we're going to have a long lasting friendship, but that would be hope.
I love that you say that right off the bat. When you meet somebody, can I just tell you?
That we're not going to have a long lasting
Hi,
friendship.
it's nice to
I'll
meet
never
you.
talk to you again.
But you know how it is. We're that, it's like, you meet people
Right.
on a job and you think you're going to see them. They're going to be your best friend. And then you don't see them for many, many years. So
But it is. It's not so much what you do. It's sort of where you came from that inspired you to do what it is you do.
I love that.
And the pie thing is a little bit of an homage to Sons in that we had this scene towards the end of the show where Theo Rossi's character was about to be taken out and he was just waiting and he was eating his pie and they came to kill him and he just said, just let me finish my pie.
I love it.
And so that's the homage to the pie of it all. And then we get to eat pie.
yeah, we eat pie every episode.
Really?
With the guest?
Yeah.
With the guests. They get to bring their favorite pie. They get to tell us what their favorite pie is, why it's their favorite pie, what's the history behind it. And then we all eat pie.
What if they just like brisket?
Well, we did have
Brisket
we had
pie.
somebody who didn't like pie. He brought a cake, right?
Yeah.
Paris?
Paris, yeah.
He brought a cake, so we talked about cake and stuff. We were loose.
I don't know if this is cool to say, but we have this wonderful lady that we love that works with us in our house, my wife and I, in our house. And she just changed her name to Apple Pie.
No way.
She did.
She did.
From what?
Legally.
Legally.
From Sid.
So from something Spanish.
okay.
She said it sounds very American.
No. She
Wait a
didn't-
minute. Are
she
you
didn't change it from no.
I'm not kidding.
This is
We're
her
going to get in trouble. Mom's going to get mad.
this is her third name and the one she changed it from before.
Mom's going to get mad.
Mom's going to get mad?
Wait a minute, this is her
Tell Mom
third
not to get
name
mad.
change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she legally?
she's
She-
legally Apple Pie.
Yeah.
Which is hard. I'm going to get. Now you're going to get me. I didn't.
You brought it
Well,
up.
they brought a pie. It's their
No, I want
podcast.
you to get in trouble. What were you going to say?
Well, you just want to divert from the.
Why don't you save
childless-
this? Why don't you save this for their podcast and you can bring her on as your favorite pie?
Oh my goodness. Well,
No, you don't stop talking about it. We're going to get in trouble.
You did.
Mom's going to get mad. I want to meet Mom.
I
Mom
just
gets
want to
mad.
watch this for a while.
She gets me in trouble a lot, and then I go home, and then Mom will ban it. You don't live with us, and apple pie.
I don't get you in trouble.
I'm
So
just-
it's
it's a way
just
to
the two
promote-
of you and apple pie? It's
What?
just you, your wife and apple pie?
Yes. Yes.
And a dog.
And a dog. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. We'll ask you all those questions.
I don't want to ruin this, but you'll listen to me. I'm going to be appearing on an episode of Pie,
Yeah.
not apple pie.
Not apple pie.
I
So
think
I
that's
love
so
apple
smart
pie.
of you to set those expectations that you do no research ahead of time because we get in so much trouble for not doing research.
No, we're just too lazy to.
Yeah.
But I want to talk. I just want to talk and
Yeah,
share some funny
exactly.
things.
That's
I don't-
right.
But you have a mission. Like you have a mission. You want to know who they are. Like you have this acronym that you have to fulfill.
Sort of, but it's very loose. But the great thing is that it as we look, there's a lot of people we bring on that are celebrity and actors, but it's people who we're like, oh, let's get to know Like we had Rainn Wilson on with like,
I love that guy.
You know, it's like
He's an
what's with the
interesting guy.
Yeah. So we knew nothing, and he has the most fantastic story, and so it was compelling for us because it wasn't like and then I know you went to the thing, and then we were like sitting there like we were having coffee and
finding out about somebody
and so that's what we love. That's what's fun for us.
Maybe I shouldn't talk about my interesting stuff here to you, but I know how to. Do you believe in time travel?
I believe that it will be accomplished. Yes,
I can do it.
Can you?
You can do it?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. But you know what else is fascinating for us is we're married. We love to talk to people. I am. I'm sorry. I'm not very interested in time travel. I have trouble staying where I am. I don't really want to go anywhere else.
I can project myself. I think what is it? 1.5 seconds ahead.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Now you're supposed to ask.
I'm supposed to ask how. Do it. Go ahead. Do it.
Okay.
What's happening right now?
You are 1.5 seconds ahead of where you would have been had I not done that.
Yeah. See, time travel.
Okay.
Don't even
go ahead.
realize it.
Finish
Howie, you're very smart. I'm a little intimidated.
That's smart. You saw that and you thought, wow.
I think he's very smart.
I don't have a GED.
It's called time wasting.
I always get those two things mixed up. Wasting, traveling.
I thought she was going to move on, and you're like, no, I need to do this.
I've set this shit up. I'm going to finish it.
Who's the writer?
He is.
I get it.
Absolutely.
I know. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
I was just going to say, we also were fascinated because we're married. We've raised kids, and so we like to talk to people about their parenting and where they come from and how they got to where maybe we should talk to you too.
What?
She
about
because I'm the product of parenting.
She almost killed me.
Did she really?
Almost killed me.
Are you the oldest?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm the oldest also of 5.
Were you hard? Were you difficult?
I was. Well, they checked out, so I checked out. So we were all checked out. But was I difficult? I was definitely rebellious. Yes.
He was too checked in.
Oh, he was on you.
Yeah.
A little helicopter-y.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
hovercraft.
That is our generation though, because I don't know about your history, but my history was the opposite of that. So I was very helicopter-y as well.
No, my parents were on me.
They were on?
Yeah, they were on me. I come from a very conservative. I'm pretty conservative.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't seem like it.
Not at all.
No, I put on a great. This is a great affront.
So what's under there? Like a Brooks Brothers suit?
Wait for your podcast.
Okay,
I'm going to talk about it on Pi.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
And I'm going to look at your show on Netflix. You're also on this season of The Connors.
I am. Yes, I've been there for 5 years. Nobody really knows that, but I've been there for 5 years.
Do you have a publicist?
I do.
I bet he or she is really happy right now.
I'm kind of like a sneak. I'm not a regular.
Do you have a real publicist, or is it just a rubber thing that
no,
you call
I do have a real publicist,
Okay.
but I go on and off with the
She
publicist.
carries it to all the Comic-Cons with her. Why am I last in line?
But you've been on the Connors from the time you were on.
Well, I started as John's Goodman's date.
Not to talk politics, but when they got rid of Roseanne, then you were the replacement.
I was the new love interest, and it just became. Now I'm married to him on the
Which
show, so it started as a date.
I think I think it's full circle because Roseanne would not have happened without Married with Children.
Well, nobody really knows that we were there first.
Again, the publicist.
I don't know if that's when I was sort of starting. I don't think I could afford a publicist then.
Right.
I was on Fox, remember? I don't know if you know about this, but Fox was not a real network at the time.
I do know about that, but the truth of the matter is, I bet you got paid more than I got paid on St. Elsewhere when I started. What did you get an episode when you started on Married with Children?
Well, I had just come off my first sitcom where I made $7,000 an episode. Which I thought was for me, it was an enormous amount of money. Probably 10.
Okay. You know what I got on St. Elsewhere? $2,500 an episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year was that though?
82.
All right.
81.
Series
see
regular?
by the time I started.
Yeah. Wow.
It was 86.
My
things went
agent
up.
at the time became your publicist now. You know, we were one of 12. We were much more ensemble than you were. You were
Yes.
ensemble, but,
Yeah.
you know.
That's right. When you're on, right, hour long
Was
We
that
were-
12? Was it 12? That for Sunday
regulars.
Yeah, it was the
that's
same. I read somewhere that you were, when I was looking you up, Kurt, about who your who inspired you. You loved Hill Street Blues.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was basically Hill Street Blues in a hospital.
True,
It's the
true.
same
Yeah.
group of writers, and they all knew
It was
each
a
other.
great show.
An amazing
An
show.
amazing show.
Yeah.
Amazingly written.
Yes.
And it was, and I'm a replacement.
Oh, you were?
I'll tell you that on Pie. But the original actor I replaced was David Paymer.
Oh, yeah.
He got the Academy Award nomination for Mr. Saturday Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a sitcom. I'd never really acted before. And then Bruce Paltrow told me that's going to be my college. But so that's where I went to acting school, is on St. Elsewhere. But I got $2,500 an episode.
Wow.
With a guarantee of 20 episodes. So it's like, what's that? $60,000.
Right.
And then I had to pay taxes. And then I had an agent. And I had a manager. So at the end of the year, I was making like 20 grand. And I'm on network TV.
Did you know that was not enough, or were you really happy because you'd been struggling and that was a lot of money?
I was happy till I started going to events and meeting other people like you who were getting 10,000.
No, were
but
you doing
it
stand-up?
also helped your comedy, right?
So, and then they told me to stop doing comedy because they thought it was hurting the integrity of the character. You know, my comedy, I feel like I'm on your podcast. No. But you're, as a writer,
Right.
you know, the character, you know.
They wanted you to stop? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
Because I was silly. They didn't know I was a comedian when they hired me.
right.
Oh, really?
No, they didn't know me. But I had this very diverse kind of following, in as far as I did a young comedian special. I've said this many times before. I was on the young comedian special it was me. We were the kids. Me, Richard Lewis, Jerry Seinfeld, and Harry Anderson.
Wow.
And it was at Smothers Brothers at the Roxy. And then that blew me up. I was playing like 10,000 seats, and then I went to MTM to go meet to see whether I can get a sitcom. And they were in the midst of the pilot,
Right.
which they looked at the dailies. They didn't like, and they had me read something. And I read it, and they said, that's very good. And I walked into this.
So great.
Fucking weird. Like, I saw Billy Daniels there, who was, you know, I love The Graduate.
Right.
And then I saw,
that's right.
and I
Wasn't
saw
Begley on that show?
Ed Begley. We became good friends. He was just here.
I love
Ed,
that.
I love Ed.
Yeah,
See, there's
love
a
Ed.
friend you kept. And then I saw Norman Lloyd. Did you ever see Spellbound?
Well, Norman Lloyd was my neighbor growing up. My father was a director.
I know who you're
Right?
doing. Yeah.
And Norman lived around the corner. So I knew Norman, since I was a little kid.
He lived to like 104.
Longer than Norman Lear.
Yeah,
Longer
just-
than the other
Who's
Norman.
now Norman Lear is your godfather.
Correct.
Yes. Norman Lear introduced your parents.
Introduced my parents, and I would not be around if
I
it
know.
wasn't for Norman.
And do you know who Norman Lear is? You probably don't, because she's not
Isn't
in the
that
business.
wild? See, that's so wild.
That makes you mad, you were going to say. You're
Well,
pissed at
not
my
mad.
daughter. To come on our
Makes
show
me feel old.
and to be so pissed at my daughter.
She knows his shows. I'm sure she knows
She does.
all in
Norman
the family.
Lear is probably one of the most prolific creators of everything in sitcom and drama, and the reason we can do shows that we do today. He crossed the line before, from All in the Family to the Jeffersons to
I do know his shows.
that guy.
Yeah.
Look at that pig.
And Superman's dude. Lovely guy.
The best.
Yeah.
And was he a big part of your life?
He was the guy that when I got hit by a car 2 years ago,
Well, you just got hit by a car.
actually 3 years ago now, and broke nothing, just fractured a few things. I'm telling you, I'm strong. But anyway, Norman's the first guy to call me in the hospital, and so he was in my life on and off, and we would just cry when we saw each other, and we didn't see each other a lot, but enough.
He was a Menchie guy.
Really Menchie guy. This is my Norman Lear.
To hear you talk Yiddish is wonderful.
Well, I will tell you this story. Like, he would fuck with me. Like, when we
Not literally. I just want to make clear if people are...
No. He had his own
Because
doll.
we could use this as a sound bite or a thumbnail.
We went to the ATX Festival, the TV thing in Austin, and he was premiering this documentary he did because he decided at 80 to go in and work his father issues out. in therapy, right? So he was sitting in the thing, and they were rolling it or running it, and Kate was going to do part of the interview, and I sat behind him and I tapped and said, "Hey, Norman," and he looks at me, and then I go, "I'm Katie's husband. I met you yesterday." And he just keeps looking at me and he just smiles, like, you know, like,
I know.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, all right, fuck you. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
You know, that's my favorite thing.
You think I'm old? You know what I mean? It was
No,
just.
but I think my favorite thing, and he did that. I met him a couple times too. It's one thing to get a laugh, but it's another thing if you control somebody feeling uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Because awkwardness and discomfort is something that it's the most shareable emotion.
Right.
Absolutely. That's right. That's
I
exactly
love
right.
that. And I've grown up always feeling uncomfortable and awkward.
Oh,
so
we
if
can't
I
wait
bring,
to talk about that.
Okay, we will. We will. This episode is just a
prelude
promotion
to
to Pie,
Yeah.
wherever you get your podcasts. So I feel like I don't want to cover subjects that we're going to cover again.
No.
That's fine.
No.
You ask us questions.
I am.
Okay, and then
I am.
we'll.
Futurama is it's been canceled and rekindled so many times. Isn't there a new? Is there a
It's new. We're on Hulu now.
Yeah, you've been on. There's your third network, right?
We were Fox, Comedy Central, Adult Swim,
Oh,
and now
4.
we're Hulu. And it's fan oriented. The fans are what really keeps it running because the networks keep canceling.
Are you in the midst of recording?
We
still?
are right now. We just got picked up for another 20 episodes, and so we're in the midst of doing those.
Does it feel different to be on Hulu because you have networks like control a lot of television shows, whereas I feel like streaming and when you're on Hulu, then they don't tend to have as much control over the show?
This would be a question for. I have no idea. I just show up and do the job. I don't know about all that. He does.
They just pay less.
I don't know. I'm doing all right.
All right, our beautiful friends at No CD.
Stunning.
Well, they are stunning, but they're incredibly helpful in making the world better and making my world better and your world better because OCD is a very huge problem in our world, in my world, in your world, and I don't think there's anybody out there that if they don't have it, they know somebody who might have it. And it's, and I'm telling you as a sufferer of OCD, it is debilitating and it is horrible. And the hardest thing to do is to, number one, identify it and get diagnosed, and then number two, get treated for it. And there are experts out there, but I think most people have problems finding those experts, and No CD has solved that problem because it's an app. So everybody, it's accessible, it's affordable, they take insurance, and you can go to No CD and make an appointment to have a therapist diagnose you. Mm-hmm. And then if you're unlucky enough to be diagnosed, or lucky enough to have it identified, you can get therapy online at No CD, wherever you are. So that's the convenience is what is key.
I also think that people don't realize that there's so many different subtypes of OCD. Like it can affect you in so many different ways, and what you are focused on may not, well, I know for a fact, is not the same things that I am focused on. And typically, sometimes it can be the things that you care about the most. So for instance, some of my OCDs and intrusive thoughts has to do with my kids. Obviously, you don't love me as much as I love my kids. Yours has to do with germs. But it could affect everyone differently.
The beauty is there is help and answers out there, and No CD is the answer. And they are nice enough to be one of our sponsors today, and they are nice enough to even exist. And I'm a spokesperson for them. And how can people get connected to No CD?
So to learn more about getting started with therapy at No CD, go to nocd.com/Howie and schedule a free 15-minute call with their team. That's nocd.com/Howie to learn more and book a free 15-minute call.
And now back to the podcast. Do you know Maurice LaMarche?
Oh, I love Mo.
You know, we grew up together.
You did?
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Oh, wow. Are you from Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know any. See, I know
I'm trying to
We'll go back. I love Mo.
do your research. I love Mo.
Mo just did a great thing for the cast of Futurama because
What did he do?
We were owed back money apparently through the union, and Mo got in there and called all the right people and got us all paid.
Yeah, loosened it up.
Mo's good.
Yeah.
Love Mo.
The people I know are good. But I
well,
started out with Mo.
You
He was-
did?
yes, he was a great comic. You know
Wow.
that? He's an impressionist.
See, I know Mo from Sam Kinison, because I loved Sam Kinison. Sam was on Married with Children a couple times.
Yeah.
And I just really adored him when he was, in his right place.
Right.
And
you were his angel?
he used to call me his angel, because I was, first of all, clean and sober. And I think that there was part of him that sort of admired that. And that's how I met Mo. Mo was also a friend of Sam's. Were you a friend of Sam's?
No, but I went to his birthday parties.
Ah.
I went to his.
Did he have belly dancers?
No, I went to the actual meetings and he got a chip. I went to.
Oh, you mean his AA birthday parties?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would kind of, dip in and out. Yeah. He was a really sweet
No,
man.
Moe's.
Oh, Moe's. Yeah. I'm talking about Sam. Because Sam would dip in and out too.
Yeah.
Moe's. Right. Yeah, Moe's.
Am I supposed to be saying this?
Yes, I think. I don't know.
You know how many people you're pissing off?
Even though Mo would be fine, I'm always fine talking about my
Mo's
sobriety.
fine. Mo's fine.
I'm fine talking about it. And
It's
I believe
other
Mo
people's.
would be.
Yeah.
I don't talk about, well, maybe I am. I don't know. I try to be I'm very anonymous. I don't say certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So don't try to get me to say 'em.
Explain how anonymous you are on a podcast.
Well, on ours, we're both sober, so we both talk about sobriety.
Is that how you met?
Well, we did meet in a 12-step room. Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes.
Oh, so that's great, right? Because
So
to
great.
know somebody and to know the humanity of somebody.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
And
it.
there's nothing more naked and real than what you go through dealing with life's
adversity.
Yes.
Yes.
And whereas when people meet on line or in dating, or you create this character.
Yeah.
That just goes away, and I don't think in any of those meetings we're not seeing any characters. Nobody's putting on a front, and therefore you see the real person. So if that's the place where you find your soulmate, I believe that you found the right person.
Yeah,
in the right place.
I think I did too.
It was, I'd been around for a minute, and I did not ask her out because I was still a struggling writer, and it wasn't until I got my first gig on The Shield where I actually had a job, where my whole thing was I just want to be, when people ask me what I did, I just wanted to be able to answer them in one sentence. That was my goal in terms of career.
You could have said blow.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But that was long in the
That
past.
was in the past. But so after I got a job, then I felt like, all right, I have a job, so now I can actually ask her out and pay for dinner.
Writing is something that you're really good at, but you're also a good actor. You appear in things. Was there ever a time when
we're in Sons. I love Sons of Anarchy.
Thank you.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, I was the only person for a long time that would only employ me as an actor. But I started out as an actor. I started out, and then I segued into, my plan was to be a teacher, an acting teacher and a theater director, and I went back and got my MFA, and the plan was to teach in academia. And then I hated academia. Not hated academia. The process of elevation in academia with tenureship and everything, it was so competitive and seemed so antithetical to the creative process that I realized pretty quickly that that's not the direction. And it was really in grad school where I started
just from
writing.
the outside,
Right.
from me listening to what you just said, you wanted to be a teacher, but it's such a competitive business.
So you went into
show business.
business.
Where
Exactly.
you don't have to compete. You don't have to look at what others are doing.
Exactly.
I love what you.
Yeah, and it just makes so much sense because that teaching thing, they're cutthroat.
They are. And you gotta have a tenure.
And then you got to give your
keep a series
agents.
on for 9 seasons. It's like a tenure. I get it.
But then I started. That was where I started writing. Was mostly in grad school, and that ultimately, I realized that's what I was supposed to be doing. So,
what's that Tom Hardy movie now? I want to know what you think of it.
The motorcycle.
Oh,
one?
I've not seen
We
it
haven't
yet.
seen it.
I've not seen it.
I would have thought you would have run to see.
No,
We've been around so many motorcycles.
Yeah.
But you're an actual motorcycle.
I love to ride. Yeah. I have lots of Harleys.
Yes, you do. Is it not? I want one, but I'm.
Do you ride?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm sure
my
your
brother-
family doesn't want you to have one.
No, my
My
son.
brother has a
I don't
bunch
know
of-
if he's here. He rides. That's him. That's my son right there.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I know you want to ride, and he was so nervous about my brother riding, and he's like, "If you ride a motorcycle, then I'm going to do it too, and you'll see, you'll get in trouble." But I think it's just because you want to ride a motorcycle.
I do want to ride. I like doing things, but I don't have a focus. Like I'm not a good driver. I'm not. No, I don't.
Why did you just point to
Well,
me?
you are a good driver. You just get lost a lot.
I'm very distracted. I'm a little Walter Mitty-ish. And that's
On a motorcycle?
Motorcycle, no.
Actually, that focuses him.
Motorcycle, I'm a very good motorcycle rider.
Do you ride?
No.
She's ridden.
I'll get on the back.
Have you gotten hurt?
I've laid down a bike a couple of times, but I did not get hurt.
You're lucky.
I am lucky.
Are you not concerned about other people? It's not you.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Yeah,
you're always
that's
going to
why
have a fender bender. Look, she got it walking.
I don't ride. I don't like riding in LA. We have a place in Idaho, and that's where most of my bikes are. And there, I love to ride. It's just
open space.
It's open. People are aware. Like there's just in LA, you know, everyone's doing this.
I love just looking at them. They look like sculptures to me.
They're beautiful. Yeah,
They're beautiful.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
really, really beautiful. Wherever I always stop and just stare at them. I'm friends with Jay Leno. Jay Leno tried to get me on one of his bikes. Are you friends with Jay?
I don't know Jay.
I know
yeah,
Jay.
she knows Jay.
Do you know
Yeah.
he put a jet engine on one? Do you know about that?
No.
He put an airplane jet engine on, or maybe he didn't put it on, but he bought it, and he was at a stoplight, and when he gave it gas, I don't know if that's what you do
Rev
with
it.
it. He melted the grill on the car behind him with the heat. That's an actual.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Yeah, he's got some. You got to see his garage.
We used to see him. His garage, his studio, his setup was near where we shot Sons, and about like every few times a month, we always left work at the same time, and he would be in one of his cars.
Yeah, never every day. A new car.
Yeah, you know, and one day he was in a Model T, and you know, and it's like, and it's so clearly Jay, and you know, and people are beeping, and you know, it was fantastic.
Isn't it great that you've achieved something where not only you wanted to write this? Was that always a dream?
It was. I always wrote. Yes.
Even as a kid?
Bad lyrics was my first thing writing.
Music? You're a musician too?
I'm not a musician, but I do. I love lyrics. I've written lyrics for many songs on my shows. And
Did you write the theme?
I did.
You wrote the lyrics and the music? Who wrote the
Not
music?
the music. Bob Thiel is my composer, supervisor. Used him on every show, including The Abandons. He's an amazing composer and a musician.
Didn't you write a lot of music on the show too?
I didn't write it. I sang. Every episode I would sing a song on
Every
the show.
season. Yeah.
Every season.
Yeah.
But what's ironic is, didn't you get nominated for a Grammy
Oh, yeah.
or something?
No, the only-
Which is like, I'm the musician and he gets...
The only Emmys I've ever gotten nominated
it was
for
Emmy.
is Best Song. Really? I have 2 nominations for Best Song.
I have a Grammy nomination.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think so, for music.
Nice.
For
You play
music?
music? Wait a minute.
No.
What to say?
For
No.
an album, a comedy
An album?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't comedy. The Muppet Babies. I'm Animal, Skeeter, and Bunsen Honeydew. I do a lot of voices. You know, I did Gremlins, I'm
Right, right,
Gizmo,
right.
and so I worked with brilliantly. I worked with the brilliant Jim Henson. You know,
Oh, nice.
and I got to sit with him and work with him.
Wow.
Did you ever see have you done in New York at Rockefeller Center when you go to do like Fallon or something? Have you ever seen when he was? I guess Jim Henson was a kid. He was on the Jack Parr show or whatever was before that. He painted the pipes.
Oh, no. I've
All
never
the
seen-
characters that became well-known characters, he just painted the pipes while he was waiting, and they keep the wall off, and you can see this piece of art.
While he was waiting to go on the show?
See if you have Google the Rockefeller Center Henson's painting of pipes. You know, and I'll show you it.
Wow.
And you may want to screen that before you show.
Yeah, right.
Oh. No, but is that it? Is that in?
How old was he?
Maybe 20. He was getting on the Jack Parr show as a puppeteer.
Oh wow.
Is that? Do they have the pipes there? I can't see that closely. I'm old. I can't see that.
They're looking.
That doesn't matter. Maybe we'll put it in. Maybe we won't.
Who knows?
How long have you been doing this podcast?
We've been here for what, 20 minutes?
No,
25
I mean,
minutes?
not me
Are you
and
bored? You want to go?
I'm not bored. No, I meant like overall. Like how long have you been
We
doing
started.
years?
Oh, there it is. Look at this. Put that up full screen.
Oh, wow.
That's just in the hallway. You go, and you don't even kind of know what it is. He was waiting to get on the show, and that's what he painted.
Wow.
When he was just a puppeteer. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
I know. It's like right there. That's just in the plumbing. Look at all the characters that became. That's before there was a Kermit, before there was anybody or a Miss Piggy.
Clearly, he wasn't first on. Because that's a lot of painting.
Yeah.
He was a master at doing it really fast.
Wow, that's
We've been
crazy.
doing this since the pandemic.
And that was behind the wall? Like they covered it up at one point?
I think, in the old buildings in New York that you could see the plumbing and the pipes
Right,
are
right.
kind of on the outside. So
Right.
now they put they encase it
I
so
see.
that you
You
can,
can't-
they don't,
right.
nobody's going to draw on it or write on it.
That's
or,
great.
So it's like this natural piece of art.
Wow, that's so
that is
cool.
just amazing. That just blew
That's
me away.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I know.
Really beautiful.
You like seeing beautiful things?
I do.
Yeah.
You want to see a prolapse?
Is that, wait a minute. Is that what you just showed us when we came in here?
What did you show them?
What did I show you?
Oh, no. I can't, I'm showing my naivete.
Do you know what a prolapse is?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Honey
prolapse
on the
is.
Black. Didn't you just show them the band playing?
I think you just saw the band.
Yeah.
play.
No, you showed me a bunch of
That's her
stuff over
favorite
there.
band from the 90s is
The
Prolapse. Prolapse
Prolapse is when
It's that.
your anus
is outside.
comes out.
Comes outside the front.
Oh, no, I don't want to see that.
Okay, just ask. It's always
We
up to the
offer
guest.
it. We offer it to all the guests.
You
A
mean
lot of
like
people-
to show me on the screen, you mean? Is
Yeah.
that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not in
I
real-
thought
not-
you were going to
not
show me
him.
that. I don't want to
No, not mine.
No. Okay, fine.
Just two guys who are doing it just because they want to. I didn't know it was a thing.
That,
Can you
like the babies.
Can you make it happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to see? She can turn away.
All
You want
right,
to see
I'll
Kurt?
see. I'll see.
Okay. All right.
You
Play
mean-
here?
I feel like
look
it's
at
not
look at
really
your
a
screen.
choice. It's
This
not
is-
really a choice
Look at
without
the screen.
knowing what
Here
you're
we go.
about to
Here
see.
we go. I find this fascinating that people make a choice. Lean in. Look at it. Here it comes. Play.
Okay.
Here we go. So this is two guys. I did not know this was a thing, but you can make your.
Oh, stop it! Oh, my fucking God. Are you kidding me?
What?
No.
What? Oh, no. Oh, no.
I just want to know who's grabbing it.
I don't know
who
who's.
is-
Do you know who?
Steven.
Holy
Steven. Right? Is Steven the one grabbing or is Steven the one?
Are you
grabbing is
kidding
Steven.
me? Oh, stop.
Oh, they're grabbing Steven.
I don't want to
I never
Is it
really
finished?
realized they're different colors.
Well, not everybody's the same. We're all individuals. You want me to finish it?
I don't
No,
want to
you're
see
done?
the massage.
Okay, so look, they're meeting. Talk about friendship.
We have new merch, by the way,
Oh,
that
yeah.
represents.
No. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
like the Pimple Popper show. Do you watch the Pimple Popper
This
show?
is equivalent
This-
to Pimple
To
Popper.
me it is. I can't stand the Pimple Popper show. I can't watch it.
Okay,
This is
turn this off.
This is going Pimple Popper to me.
No.
This is the same as Pimple
I asked first.
I know you did, but I
Don't
had
tell
no
me.
idea. What
Don't
we were
tell me
going-
you do this on your podcast. This is because
Special.
that would be weird. Because you guys are
Special.
married. We're father-daughter.
Yeah.
No, don't. I don't
I-
even want to go there.
Can I plug our new merch now that we just showed the prolapse?
Is it going to be
we have
that?
a prolapse T-shirt.
We have a prolapse T-shirt.
Look, that's one of our
one of our listeners just bought it.
It's called a rosebud. Like they call
Yeah.
that the rosebud.
Well, that's all right.
It's pretty, right?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna take that comment of you saying it's pretty
And
and,
then
cut
cut it
that with
to the
the
prolapse.
thing with the prolapse.
Thank you.
Look how pretty that is.
Seriously, you have to watch what you say.
Oh man.
Wow, that
Wow.
was deep. I'm sorry. That
No,
was
it wasn't
too
deep. Deep is when it. when they're finished. That was shallow.
Shallow.
That was incredibly shallow.
I sort of meant like in the.
Also,
wow.
Rich was holding up Man-Made.
I mean, look, you shocked him.
Do you want some underpants?
He's unshockable.
No, I just. You
were shocked.
I
You want underpants?
No,
No.
I have
Yes.
underpants.
that. What did they say on them?
Nothing. These are man-made underpants.
Are they your?
Why would we want underpants after seeing that?
Because
I want to know.
Because you said I was shocked. And
No.
you just assumed I shit my pants.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, this was supposed to be a seamless plug for a product that.
Oh, okay. Then buy all the way.
Rich sees that we showed the prolapse, and he's like,
See, we did it.
don't forget the
The people
underpants.
in man-made aren't going to be thrilled with this.
Well, it's good that you go from
These are-
prolapse to plug. I
Yeah.
think makes a lot of sense. Sorry.
That's why he's the writer.
Do you know, I'm going to tell you this. He did stand up in his early life.
You did?
I did.
And
Where?
his favorite thing is to make us all laugh. But go ahead, you tell.
I did it for a while. I did it for a couple of years, mostly at the Bitter End. Remember the Bitter End?
Of course,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
world famous.
Yeah.
And why did you give up?
I was taking acting classes at the same time. It was sort of the same thing. I couldn't kind of do both. I also did not have the discipline to be a comedian. Like, I did not have the discipline to stand in front of a mirror, to work on material the way you have to do, you know?
No, you don't stand in front of a mirror.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm
going to stand in front. Well, maybe I should. Maybe that's my problem.
Or just work, you know what I mean? Like,
Just work out material.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
But isn't that the same? I would imagine what you do is even more disciplined to sit and write and rewrite
But it's
and
a different,
rewrite.
it's a different thing, though.
Is it?
It is in that when you do stand up, you are in communion with an audience. You know what I mean? You have to, when I write, I hear the voices in my head, I can play out the stuff, and then I'll know, for the most part, by the time I turn in a script, that it's going to work. I may have to tweak things here and there, I'll get some notes, but I trust that it works. Whereas when you're doing, you may have a bit you think is funny, but you really have to find the rhythm, you have to find the timing, there's more work involved, I think, when you're dependent on that feedback.
I think it's kind of easier than what you do. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because
For you.
But
That wasn't a challenge.
Touche.
That was not a
Touche.
challenge. That was just like
No,
you
because-
are an amazing comedian.
No. Because I'll tell you why. Because you, for the most part, and I would imagine, are writing in solace. You're writing, so you have to have this self-confidence that you said, I know for the most part this is going to work.
Right.
But I am standing in front. I have an idea. I'll go to the club with an idea, and then if it's silent, I know whether my idea was good or not.
Right,
and but I can go back the next night and rework it. My favorite time in life, I've talked about this ad nauseum, is I was out here in 79 or 78, and Richard Pryor was showing up at the Comedy Store every fucking night to put together what became Live on the Sunset Strip. It's probably the most seminal comedy
You mean
experience.
working out each bit?
He showed up. He had the bandages from freebasing still on his, and he showed up every night. And you watched him. He had a little tape recorder. He had little notes, and I watched him flesh out his act and turn it into that. And I saw it way before it was that. Wow. And everybody who was anybody was just packed in that audience because you knew we were watching brilliance. But to watch the process is what informed how I do what I do. I mean, anybody who watches Howie Mandel would never see anything that is anything like Richard Pryor, but
The discipline to figure it out.
not only that, the authenticity of what he was doing. That was the first time I realized that, I was a big fan of Rodney Dangerfield and George Carlin and people like that, who, for all intents and purposes, wrote an act. And did jokes or played characters, the hippy dippy weatherman, or I Get No Respect, and Dr. Vinnie Boombots, and these weren't real people. It was the first time I was really aware of somebody talking about his real life, his trouble with drugs. He talked about his freebasing accident. He was the first guy that did it became like a Hackney joke.
The match.
The match.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, he ran down the street. It lit on fire. He was freebasing. But everybody would light a match and go, what's this? It's Richard Pryor running down the street. But he did, it's me running down the street.
Right.
And when at that time, more than laughing, everybody just went,
Right.
You know, and you got to put that into perspective of what time. And you go, oh my God, he's like this near-death experience.
Such self-awareness. Yeah.
And whether it was his fucked up relationships that going awry, or the fact that his upbringing was in a brothel being raised by his grandmother, or the fact that he was dealing with getting old. I think he was talking about turning 40, you know, but I said, oh, you know what? Being real, there's something more magnetic about being real than there is about being what I think is a funny joke.
Right.
And to this day, I don't like jokes.
Right.
I never, it's very hard. I'll politely laugh at a joke. If you tell me two guys walked into a bar, my first thought is, no, they didn't. You know, I just like when it's real. And that's why I like awkwardness, things like you talked about Norman Lear doing. I just like that kind of stuff. And it kind of
Well, it sounds like he just changed the style. He just changed because
and if
most
you think about what Eddie Murphy, you know, with Raw, what he did, or what Chappelle talks about, that he was the first guy. I don't know that he was the first guy to do that. People like Mort Saul and Lenny Bruce.
Right.
Well, Lenny Bruce, you know, was like a Catskills, you know, one-liner comedian when he started out. He was on like Merv Griffin and shit, and then became like just couldn't do it anymore and became what we know as Lenny Bruce.
Well, what happened was the authenticity was he talked about he crossed the line with language and what he was talking about, and then he got arrested on stage for being what do you call it when you're for being
not paying child support or something.
No,
profanity.
For profanity.
Yeah,
for profanity, and he got arrested, and he was so taken aback by this that became his rant about what he could say and what he couldn't say, and that's the authenticity. That was the realness of it all. Yeah, I know.
Well, isn't that what people really find funny? Is what they relate to?
Well, same thing with Carlin. That was the same thing.
I think that it's, and that's why social media is such a big. It's more of a problematic than it is a great thing. But social media is you're looking for what you identify as or want to identify as, or what you think you should be. They're looking for their own humanity in other places rather than that, and that's what's scary, and that's what's hard about raising kids. But you came out okay.
Thank you. I didn't have social media.
No. But I think you came out okay because
my kids.
I'm an amazing parent.
Amazing.
Who you owe a life to.
You want me to thank you right now? Thank you.
You're welcome. Isn't that great?
So
you guys are amazing. I want people to watch The Connors this season. I want people to listen to Pie wherever they get their podcasts. Is that true?
Yes, we are.
Is it video too?
On YouTube, right? Aren't we?
Yeah,
I think
so
we are.
You have somebody here from your team. Is it on? Is it on YouTube?
Right.
Katie?
It's on YouTube, I think, right? Don't I have a YouTube channel?
No. You have a YouTube channel. Well, you know what?
She's not back here.
She's not back here.
It's on my
Kurt Sutter
YouTube channel.
Is that KurtSutter.com?
Who knows? Or Sutter Inc. I don't know, man.
Let's see what I'm going to look it up right now.
See, we need publicists.
I think it's Kurt Sutter YouTube channel. It's probably on.
Is it just under, what is it?
It's under Pie. There
Kurt
it was.
Sutter.
There you go.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
As a little babe.
Yeah. So we have that. On Netflix, we're going to be watching
The Abandons.
When does that come out?
They're looking at second quarter of next year.
The second quarter, people.
Yeah.
Of next year?
Yes.
Well, that would be
2025.
And what else do we want to plug? Do we want to plug anything else?
I have a really good thing, but I signed it. I can't say it.
Oh, yeah, she can't say it.
I can't say it that I'm going to do the end of this year. Very soon, I'm going very far away to do something I can't talk about. How's that?
Wow, that's an amazing plug.
What a plug.
So look for Katie. Look for Katie from doing something really neat, far away, really soon.
Next year. It'll be on Netflix next year. That's all I can say.
We have, you want to hear a useless fact?
Sure.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
He didn't prep one?
No.
I have some.
Okay.
The largest hamburger in the world weighed in at 5,520 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
Was it prolapsed?
Something else, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at the excitement back there.
In 1900, the third leading cause of death was diarrhea.
Holy.
That makes
Well,
sense.
actually, that does make sense.
Why does that make sense to you?
Because the dehydration that would be
Dysentery,
involved,
yeah.
and I mean, that's you need some fluids after that goes on, and maybe
What he's not saying is now it's the sixth leading cause of death.
wow.
And listen to me on Pi. I want people to subscribe. I want people to buy our merch, to comment. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that's it.
Do you want? Should we end? Oh, you know we should end. I love the theme song to Sons of Anarchy. Sonny could play that.
Oh, let's have that.
We should do that. You want smoke? Should there be smoke in the room?
In this room?
This
Yeah.
is a smoke
sure.
show.
Yeah.
This is a smoke show.
Absolutely. We need.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This has been a great episode. Sonny.
Yep.
Take us home.
Take us home.
Riding through this world all alone. God takes your soul, you're on your own. Crow fly straight, perfect line on the devil's bed until you die. This life is short, baby, that's a fact. Better live it right. You ain't coming back. Got a reason here for to take you down. Gotta live this life. Gotta look the world in the eye. Gotta live this life till you die. You better answer, nothing less. When in business time, life and death. The king is dead, but life goes on. Don't lose your head when the deal goes down. Better keep your eye on the road ahead. Gotta live this Gotta look this world in the eye. Gotta live this life till you die.